is you like this one, I like this one. It doesn't mean we can't get along. To bring everybody at the same table, you would have to first see why the oppressor, because the person that wants you out, you gotta see why he thinks that way.
Well, they feel like they're not getting like the benefits and the help that they can get in the countries because there's so many other people from other countries who are coming to fight with the same small
But
resources
it's
that
not
they
the
have.
people, it's firstly what the government that you elect in office, what are they doing? That's the first line. Because they're here. So the government don't provide jobs for their people. Somebody else will come. That's how you see the Chinese and the Indians, they're moving in and they're coming as one and they're just taking and they're doing.
Yes.
But if you elect a government and the government don't put infrastructure or stuff in place to make their people live to the top and to the best of their ability, then this is what you're gonna see all the time. People going to be like, oh, the white man shouldn't be here, this one shouldn't be here because they're getting all the privilege. But they gotta first remember that they elected a government. Without the government, then what? Many persons now, even though they're saying it's a democratic country, after the vote, it's not no democratic no more
they don't
because
really
they
know what
allow the leaders
democracy
just to
means.
make all the decisions.
Yes, definitely.
And it's that's
That's not
where
democracy.
that's where it gets bad and gets wrong from the initial stage, because after you finish voting and you put them there, whatever they want to do, they do it. When we come to the forefront as people, we should voice our opinion and stick together with the opinion. And if I elect you into office and the promise on your agenda was to move the table from here to here, and if you are given 4 years and you did not, why should I keep you there? But then people, they start thinking and they still go ahead and vote you again with the intention of you still moving the table, but you already got your chance to move it and you didn't. Because if the government don't provide no jobs for the
Don't vote for
population,
them again.
don't vote
Basically.
for them.
For any of the people that you do know that are suffering or going through xenophobia, what advice would you give them?
We gotta come together as one.
Definitely.
Because
Definitely.
if we don't come together as one, then we go. It's just gonna be your kids gonna do the same thing that you do. It's just gonna be going on, and we just gonna be sitting here for another 6,000 years again. Because it's just, let me see, it's just slavery but in a different form.
That's exactly what it is.
That's it, it's just slavery but it's in a different form. As people, if you don't try to come together like this,
I think you did in the interview. Right? That's it.
Much
We need to come
appreciated.
together and we need to work together.
I have a relationship with God. I want to do the things that He's in, which are loving my neighbor as I love myself. It's in helping those who are less fortunate than myself. It's showing love to everyone
And understanding that we're all neighbors.
right.
Definitely.
And that's what pleases Him. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna please my boo.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's where it comes from.
Definitely. So I feel like the big thing is that people have lost that connection with God.
Yeah.
It seems like everything has become materialistic and everything has become so physical that it's like we only believe in what we see, we only cling onto what we can hold on to, that we've lost that relationship with God and with self. So then,
And mankind is always looking for something to be connected to.
Yes.
Right.
And searching in the wrong
Right.
places.
We look at it based off of being connected to people. So we go with people who are like us because we want to be connected to something without realizing that void is God. Can't be filled by anything except God. It's a God-shaped hole in every person.
Very specific.
And we try to fill it with other
Yes.
things. We fill it with people. We fill it with stuff. We fill it with money. And none of those things are gonna fit.
I think in this point with South Africans, they're filling it with love of culture, I guess. a sense of trying to feel like they're part of the
That
country.
belongingness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they lack because, like I said before, they were the last to gain independence out of the African countries, and now they have this huge influx of non-immigrant and non-citizens living in the country. So I feel like they lack that belongingness to country.
And when you're so focused on wanting to belong to a country and feeling that nationalism, then when something comes that you think threatens it,
Yes.
you fight against it.
Be aware of acting off of your feelings.
Definitely.
Because your feelings can take you down the wrong
Hello.
path real fast.
Hello.
Amen.
Hello.
They say we have to act
Amen.
on faith, not on feelings.
Thank you. So act on faith, not on feelings.
I just feel that people should come together under one accord, like we all stick together, be there for one another, support each other, and then, network. Because if you don't network and you don't talk to somebody about opportunities and jobs and exposure, I think it's very important for people to be exposed to different things. And then when they're exposed to different things and positive energy and they surround themselves around positive people, then that's usually what comes out of that. When you see a lot of negativity in the news and the media and you're exposed to a lot of violence, whether it's domestic, sexual harassment, racism, sexism, whatever it is, even ageism, it puts a negative, connotation in the atmosphere. So I would just say look out for one another, be there for one another, support each other, and build each other up.
Some people just hold on to prejudice.
Yes.
No matter how you try to reprogram them, you show them facts, show them incidents why they shouldn't be. They just hold on to it and they just make things bad for folks.
So
who
people
are
should
ready
let go.
to hear.
Learn to let go of things.
Yeah.
So let go.
Yes.
I would like you to clarify a little bit more exactly what is taking place. If you can clarify just a little bit, because there are a lot of people that don't have a clue what you're even talking about. You understand? So if you could help us understand exactly what's going on and why it's going on.
They were burning people alive.
Yeah.
Vandalizing their shops and making away with their goods and all of that. So it really, I'm sure it affected a lot of people.
Yes.
Mentally and financially and psychologically and all
Definitely.
that, because they live with this constant fear of not knowing what might happen next.
Yes.
Somebody might just come in and probably drag you and your entire family out there to probably roast you guys alive or do something worse.
Yes.
It is still crazy because these things are like there's never going to be like a stop.
Yeah.
Just because they feel like, okay, these people are not South Africans, and then they feel like these migrants just come there to take their jobs, take their what they feel like is duly rightfully theirs.
The white people
Mm-hmm.
took away their land and now they are trying to get it back, but then they already let it happen, so they don't really have that hold on their own land. So it's like the white people are South Africans and they the original South Africans, and now just they're taking whatever they get. So whenever any other African comes in,
Yeah, that's a good
is also
point.
getting a good job or whatever, they also get hurt, kind
Yes.
of. That's what it looks like, because even though they are not educated, they feel like they are entitled, exactly what you're saying. But I think it stems from the treatment they got from the white people.
I actually had a conversation with a South African who felt like, just like what Alera said, that they have to, they don't feel like entitled, and they don't feel like they are citizens, and they don't feel like they are owners of their own land. So that's very true as to why, because xenophobia is everywhere. But it's only in South Africa that it has turned to violence. And when you watch the videos, they keep saying that, where are the policies, what is being done for South Africans themselves. So I feel like it's just an issue of, inequality. Like they don't feel equal to foreigners, and they don't feel equal to the whites either. They feel like they're being left behind, and this is their way of protesting, and this is their way of asking, and they've been asking for a very long time, because this is not the first time that has happened. Like demonstrations have happened dated in in the 2000s, where in 2008 they experienced 2 weeks of violence which left 62 people dead, 21 of them South Africans, and over 100,000 people displaced, 1,300 people arrested. In 15th and 17th of November 2009, we have the Zimbabwean community being forcefully chased and fled, and their houses being torn apart. We have from in 1998, issues of Mozambicans being, gruesomely treated in Johannesburg. So this is not something new that has been happening. It's just a cry for help from the South Africans, if you ask me.
But in the wrong way.
It seems as if the South Africans don't feel like they own the jobs. They don't own the jobs. They don't own the shops. They don't own the lands. They're just being serviced in their own country.
Not doing anything for them.
That's how they feel.
Okay.
From what I can see, that's how they feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Because xenophobia is everywhere, even in
The
America.
government is doing anything about it.
Well, the government has been doing quite a few. There's a lot of activists around town trying to calm down the situation. But the policies that the government bring about need to be like an ongoing solution. It's not like campaigns to sensitize the South Africans to be more open-minded to receiving these other people, because these people are bringing jobs. Because there was this Nigerian interview I saw where he said he has a shop and he's hired 10 South Africans. So these people who they call foreigners are bringing the jobs. They're more. I will not say more educated. I'll say more so industrious. They are more industrious. Nigerians are known to be industrious people. They don't just chase education; they also chase businesses. So these businesses that they chase are creating wealth that is also feeding the South Africans. But because they don't own it, they don't feel like they are a part of it.
What do you feel like can be done differently?
As Jerry was saying, that everybody feels threatened and they feel like democracy is not working, the government isn't looking out for them. But then if they are not taking out their frustration on the government and they're taking out on themselves, I feel they're just going to stay around in circles. If they really want to change, they can have peaceful demonstrations against the government.
Yes.
They have whatever they want, their demands.
That is democracy, actually.
Or whatever. Yeah, but then that way, at least you're voicing out what you need. It doesn't mean they should kill their fellow human beings. That it shouldn't get to that. That's really extreme.
Yes, I agree. I think the lack of education is very clear in most of these things, because it's like they don't even know what democracy is to begin with. So you talking about peaceful protest is not even on the table, because they don't even know that that even exists, because they don't know that they have the power to change those policies that they're fighting so hard against.
Yeah. So that could be a starting point, educating them on what it is that they should be fighting for instead of killing.
So I believe this was very educative. I feel like I learned a lot myself, even though I felt like I knew a lot. I feel like I learned more and went more in depth about the real issues. So how do you feel?
I would say going into it, I knew very little. So I feel like the base of it, I learned that people need to come together, work together, love more. But mainly just love more. Because the reality of it is we can't change the government. We can't change the system. We can't change it yesterday. We can't change it today. We can't change it tomorrow. So the only thing that we can change now
is ourselves.
Yes. And how we love one another.
Yes. And love self. Definitely.